What's up everybody, Nick and Jay here to talk about all the exciting things at Pipeline that I'm sure you've heard a lot about, but it's just all over the place and the videos are crazy long. Trust us, we watched them.
Pipeline 2024, yay!
Yay! So we're just going to give a quick recap of everything that happened there. In fact, we got this giant pack from Milwaukee of everything that we have.
So we will link to the blog below, which will have it all broken out, and we'll try and make these into little chapters, so, because this is going to be long, I'm just guessing.
So obviously, pretty much everything you see here today is pointless without the batteries, and we're talking about some new batteries now. We got the Forge, which Forge isn't a new line, we all know about Forge.
So Forge came out last year with the 6.0, which is a stack pack. These are tabless cells, 8 and 12, which Milwaukee was nice enough to send us ahead of time. So these are going to have the most peak watt output of anything that we've ever seen. They went to a power rating on their system. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The high output 12 was a 4 before. So these are, the 8.0s are a 4, and then this is now more powerful than the previous version. A lot of that has to do with, you know, you can pull more power out and heat management. I guess the tabless cells are easier to manage heat than even the pouch cells. So these are going to be able to stay cooler longer. So running more powerful tools, like we saw, like a 20-inch chainsaw. And the other thing that they didn't really emphasize that much is these will last a lot longer. Like you get twice as many cycles.
Now I heard that it's still remaining with the 3-year warranty.
Still a 3-year warranty.
But they're saying it's going to go beyond that. Take their word for it.
Take their word for it. We'll let you know in 3 years.
2,000 years later.
So let's talk about charging these bad boys. And we have a new announcement for the 6-bay daisy chain rapid charger.
Yeah.
These Forge batteries, or any M18 battery rather.
Yeah. So we didn't know anything about that, but you can connect them all together and you can do up to 10 of these. So you can charge 60 batteries at once. We saw similar technology from Ego in, this is a lot of these would be for running a job site trailer. So if you're running like a lawn care company and you want a ton of batteries, you can, run one outlet and charge all 60 batteries overnight.
So I'm sure you're tired of your boring surge protector that you have on the job site. So Milwaukee's like, you need a red cool one, and we're going to call it Power Manager.
Yeah, so the Power Manager, I guess it does the same kind of thing as the daisy chain chargers, but if you wanted to put up to 10, 12 chargers on one outlet, this Power Manager will manage that. It is pricey at $500 and $600. That is way more expensive, but if you want to charge a lot of batteries at once off one outlet, that might be a way to go.
Or if you got Christmas lights up like the Griswolds, this would also be very beneficial. Good. Another announcement was the new fuel grinders that are coming out later this year. What's the upgrades on those?
So this is really a 6-inch grinder, and this is really the first time there is a true cordless 6-inch grinder. I mean, these are putting out the power that you would expect when you're talking about a 6-inch. They're calling it a 4.5, 5, 6-inch. I think it comes with multiple, guards on it, but I think you really look at it as a 6-inch, true 6-inch grinder, equivalent to that 12 or 13 amp power. This is a whole new motor that they're putting in these, and they're partnering with the Forge batteries. So they're really getting more power than they've ever seen with them. So there will be a paddle version, there will be a slide version, and then there's a 1-key version with paddle, and then there's going to be a 7-inch version. And then these would be, with the 1-key, there's going to be variable speed. And then all of them will have brake. So, I mean, you're getting really all the bells and whistles in the new series. And from what we've seen in the demos, they were extremely powerful.
Milwaukee's saying the Power State brushless motor on this guy delivers 3,000 to 9,000 RPM. That's a pretty hefty gap. So since the launch of Milwaukee's first bandsaws, we've seen a lot of success with them, and it seems like they're wanting to throw out another upgrade for them. What's going to be the best part about this new one?
So it looks like the capacity is the same. It's a 5-inch. They did find a way to make it lighter, and they were saying 25% lighter, 30% faster.
Maybe Milwaukee could make me lighter and faster.
So there is a dual trigger as well. These are not popular by anybody using them.
No, no one likes dual trigger.
But they are popular on some job sites that require them. They are already safer in the fact that they can close the blades.
So there's a lot of exciting upgrades on the new nailers that are coming out, and we have the M18 FUEL Coil roofing nailer.
So this will be a welcome change. Nobody really likes to drag hoses onto a roof. Milwaukee is claiming this is actually going to do roofing, which is important.
So yeah, it's a fantastic solution for all you roofers out there. But you're not getting it this year, just plan it for next year's job because it's coming out in October. So we got a whole new slew of circular saws that were announced. You know, you got the smaller sizes, which, you know, they're there. But we want to talk about the 7 1/4 inch. We got the rear handle and then we got the sidewinder.
This one was sent to us. It takes advantage of the forged batteries, so you can get even more power if you have forged batteries. And it's a lot lighter. It's almost a pound lighter, skinnier, and you can have better visibility to.
All right. So as you can see here, that white line is going to be our next gen technology. That red line is going to be our current generation. So what you're seeing here is a significant increase on power, and specifically that continuous power. So you're going to have more power continued over the long life of the tool.
The PowerState brushless motor provides this worm drive style saw with 6,300 RPM, maintaining high speed under load, providing users the ability to complete their most demanding applications. If you pair this guy with the M18 REDLITHIUM Forge HD 12V battery, this saw provides up to 700 cuts per charge while maintaining full compatibility with all M18 REDLITHIUM batteries. While the Sidewinder delivers 6,000 RPM and gives you 750 cuts per charge. Next up, some new announcements on sanders, random orbital sanders to be exact. We got an M18 version and an M12. Now the M12 is on the site for pre-sale right now, but the M18 is not coming until later this year.
It's really funny because the M18 is a 5-inch and the M12 is a 6-inch, but they're different applications. So the 5-inch random orbital, this is a fuel. So we have a 5-inch right now that's been out for a few years. This is now the fuel version. So it is more powerful.
Ecstatic to announce the very first VACLINK compatible power tool to our carpentry lineup. Watch this. So it's not connected yet. Turns right on.
And the dust extractor comes immediately on.
Absolutely.
The PowerState brushless motor and RedLink Plus intelligence delivers corded power for faster removal at 12,000 orbits per minute for enhanced productivity on the job site.
Our leading cordless competitors in the market, and you can just see how much vibrational energy gets transferred to your hand and your arm after a long day of sanding. So
all right, I know you guys can see that very well, but that liquid's like flying all over the place. And then on top of the M18, and yes, it's turned on, just nothing. That's a pretty dramatic difference.
Absolutely. Hey.
The M12 FUEL 6-inch random orbital sander. It is optimized to supplement pneumatic solutions within shops. This sander delivers the power to confidently sand clear coat, ultimate sanding control, and the runtime of sanding body filler on up to 5 doors per M12 REDLITHIUM high output compact 2.5 battery pack. The innovative ergonomic shape of the palm grip, speed dial, and variable speed trigger allow users a range of 3,200 to 12,000 RPMs. So what we're finding out here with these sanders is that they're practically the same thing, you just have different backing options, and really, to me it seems like your preference is going to be the battery platform you prefer.
Yeah, so I mean they're really trying to go after the pneumatic sanders that, I mean, we've sold for years from like Ingersoll Rand. So you get a 6-inch, and how do you combat the weight that you're trying to get with pneumatic? So they went 12. They're saying, I mean, pretty good run time per battery. So they're not running it on minutes. The scale is number of doors.
Number of doors. What size doors?
5 doors.
No one knows.
5 doors.
Yeah.
2.5 RPM.
What's a standard door to you?
So
tell me your standard door size.
But this is very focused on, you know, professional paint, you know, body technician. So that makes sense for a 6-inch.
If carpentry is more your bag and you're wanting a sander for that line of work, they also are coming out with a 3-inch sander.
So yeah, there's a 3-inch version, so it'll complement the 5-inch very well, and then they're going to have a whole new line of, you know, sanding pads and mesh sanding discs to go with that. So yeah. I mean, this is again back to the kind of woodworking sanding. Yeah. I don't know if they measure runtime doors here, but they will have. This is an M12, so it is going to be very compact and very lightweight. And it does have different speed settings from 4,000 to 10,000. So that's, I mean, it's really obviously going after the higher end sanding. This is not for.
What's nice about it is it's rated at only 2 pounds. Yeah, that's incredibly light.
Teeny lightweight.
Yeah.
So MX wise, we did not have a lot of new announcements. World of Concrete is the big MX launch. So we do have a video for the 2-inch submersible pump, and then we have another one for that compact rocket tower light.
No, like you said, I'm sure we'll be getting a lot of announcements come World of Concrete.
Yeah.
Because they're doing huge pushes with MX. Okay, so something that was stupid exciting and I had no idea what was coming was this PACKOUT Rack. Where did this come from? I had no idea this was coming.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people want to mount PACKOUT into their truck and be able to go in and pull it out. And so there are, you know, different options out there that are not specific to PACKOUT that people have been, you know, making work for PACKOUT. So why not just have a specific rack for PACKOUT, and then they can mount them, and then it makes some nice easy trays so you could put your PACKOUT boxes in there and then pull it out. It looked very nice
coming out next April.
Year. Okay, this is pretty far out.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be seeing this next 2026 pipeline.
But the show stealer obviously is the rolling drawer PACKOUT.
Yeah.
Everyone was super excited to see that.
Yeah, so just how it has one big drawer. So I think a lot of people would prefer that. So they made it slightly bigger, but it's not bigger than the rails already were, and it's not higher than handle already was. So it's a little bit taller, but not taller than the handle. So so it'll still fit hopefully in under your truck bed.
Milwaukee also has a solution for you to store your. Milwaukee also released a solution for you to store your nuts. I can't say that without a straight face.
The tilt bin organizer.
Yes. Yep.
But it's a pretty interesting little thing because you lay it flat, stack everything on top of it, and then pull it out. And so what I was, one of the other ones, I mean, they basically came out with a whole new system for like side-mounted accessories, which, I mean, there's going to be more to come on this, but you can, you know, they have stuff for like levels, and then they have other kind of like just accessories. So really taking advantage of the side of the PACKOUTs, which a lot of the aftermarkets have already been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, they really built those rails on the side with the forethought to like, hey, we can do something with this. And I like that they haven't really like put the kibosh on people kind of getting creative and customizing it the way that they want to, but to really kind of put some things together now, I think it actually opens up even more opportunity for more people to do different things now that there are like ways to do it mount to the side.
So yeah, like with you talking about accessories, they also have the PACKOUT bottles with the chug lid.
The chug lid. Oh yeah, you got to chug.
You gotta be able to chug.
So I mean, they're, you know, you just follow the Yeti and Stanley trends, and you go, oh, they got this many different bottles and this many different lids, and we're gonna have the same thing. But by God, ours is gonna be PACKOUT compatible.
And comes in a 25 ounce, 35 ounce, and a 48 ounce. You got 3 different options there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're coming out with a dust collector that has a separator built in. That's old technology, but is this new for Milwaukee?
I think it's new for Milwaukee. I don't think they have a separator. This is stuff that, yeah, we've for sure seen this. I mean, you can get a, you know, the top of a 5-gallon bucket that'll do the same thing.
Right.
But it's not PACKOUT, sir. It is not PACKOUT. So,
sorry to offend.
It is going to be $100. But what I do think is actually makes a ton of sense is you have a PACKOUT rack that fits in your PACKOUT. And then this one, it's like half width. And then this one is also half width PACKOUT dust separator. So you could put 2 of them together in theory, and then you can keep stacking on top. So in my mind, this actually makes a ton of sense. So now you have the ability to store a lot more dust and debris.
So that's our separator, but now let's talk to this beast of a vacuum that they're releasing.
So yeah, so they have seen the error of their ways. And they said, you know what we need for a vacuum, what other brands have done for 20 years? Let's make it the base of the PACKOUT. So then we can put the PACKOUT on top of it. So we saw this at World of Concrete. Apparently it's not going to be available till next World of Concrete, but it is coming, PACKOUT vacuum. So when you run it with the forged 12Os, you're going to get all the power and all the runtime.
So I don't know about you, but for me, when it comes to more of a job site vac, I don't really ever agree with a cordless model because sometimes you're vacuuming for a very long time and that thing's running all day long, and swapping out batteries is always kind of a pain. It's convenient, don't get me wrong.
I'd say you just go until the battery dies and then you're done cleaning.
But the good thing about this tank of a vac is it has the optional 2 battery setup for 125 CFM, or you can plug that guy in and get yourself 175 CFM. And that's pretty comparable to the market of this size, you know, for a 9-gallon.
Yeah, it seems like they listened and gave everybody all the things they wanted.
Yeah, it really is. It's fully equipped here. With, I mean, seriously, I can't see anything that I wish they'd do differently.
And yeah, so they've done all those things, and they did VACLINK. So we saw that with the sander. So that is just the wireless connection to the tools. I think we're going to see that, I would guess, on more stuff coming when they start getting into like drilling and cutting concrete and all those things.
Okay, the most exciting part of this video, tape measures.
Tape measures. Don't fast forward, we'll make it quick. So they're redoing tape measures. Redoing all of them. So you want a 16-footer, 25-footer, 30? Yeah, we're gonna redo all of the tape measures, and they're gonna make them extra special cool.
So there is a whole bunch of new heated gear that released, and it's kind of making me sick talking about it because I'm sweating and I'm hot.
Yeah.
But it's coming out, I believe, this fall, right?
Yeah. We've already ordered it.
We have so many of them coming in.
So many.
So do you please buy them.
So what they did here is we're now looking at the new, so the jackets. So the TOUGHSHELL jackets, the Quiet Shell camo, and the Axis, both the vests and the jackets, are all getting Hexon technology.
Hexon.
So previously, they ran like a fiberglass wire, so they would kind of snake it around, and that would heat up. So now it's more of a full like sheet. And that will then like kind of self-regulate, is my understanding.
Well, you can also connect it to an app now.
Well, that's if you buy. Whoa! There's an upgrade.
Oh, there's the catch.
So there is. So these come with the. They all come with the new M12 top off, which is very similar to what we've seen in the past, but now we're calling it a top off. You will be able to charge M12 batteries with it. You will be able to run UCSC. If you want to run M12 batteries, you can still run M12 batteries, or you can pay for the upgraded power source with app control.
And all this stuff is listed on our website now. So you can go ahead and put your pre-orders in, and I highly suggest you do. Want a new hat? Of course you do. So Milwaukee's going to have a snapback bump cap.
Bump cap.
That's a fun thing to say.
Yeah, so we've had bump caps for many years here at Ohio Power Tool. They are making one that is just a Milwaukee hat with built-in bump cap, and then you can get a bump cap insert, so you could wear an Ohio Power Tool hat like you've got with a bump cap in it.
Custom made, by the way.
Or any hat that you want, you can put a Milwaukee bump cap.
Okay, so we also have some announcements for new bolt accessories, and I guess one of the highlights that we want to pick up on is the gasketed eye visor.
It's like full face. They have just the eye protection. They've got some kind of the welding style, like a W5 replacement lens that are tinted. And then we've got some goggles that I saw, and some mirrored reflective ones. So there's a bunch of stuff coming. Again, all of that's coming a little bit later, so there will be a lot more information to follow. So another accessory upgrade that we have is the new blades are going to get replaced with this new design. Now they're putting a bunch of holes in them for dissipating heat and making them faster. I also saw while they were demoing these, when they move really fast, you can actually like see through them.
Oh yeah.
It would actually give you an amazing sight line. These specific ones are the thick Kerf, but these are completely new blades. And so all of the other blades that exist now for framing through Milwaukee are going to be just a rolling transition to this new style. So
okay, so we have the new M18 FUEL 20-inch dual battery chainsaw, and I think a chainsaw upgrade was a little overdue.
Yeah, so they have the current one. I thought that one would get an update. This one is dual battery 20-inch, and so they're really just trying to, I think, showcase what is possible. So top of the line. So they're not calling it M36, but so it is running off two batteries. You need two batteries to run it. It is pulling power from both of them, and this one actually is a completely new motor. They are so when you use it with the Forge 8.0 and even the 12.0, you're going to see significantly more performance.
Yeah, it's actually rating for if you use two of the Forge 8.0s, you can get 60 cuts per charge, and that's in 10-inch hardwood. The Power Mode Select feature enables users to run the saw in standard power mode with a 4.4 horsepower or peak power mode with a 5.8 horsepower, giving users increased control over power output.
This one's coming in August and is available now for pre-order for $899.
Milwaukee just cannot stop releasing more and more trimmers and attachments, and so now we have a newer one called the M18 FUEL Power Head with Quick Lock attachment.
Yeah, so this is going to replace the current Quick Lock Power Head, and it is fully compatible with all of the attachments. They did not do a 2 battery. That was like the big question. Will they do a 2 battery with the Quick Lock? Right now they're thinking that with this upgrade, they can get all the power they need for that system.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it was already powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful. I've had no problems with power, and if you're going to give me 30% more power and better thermals and all of the, all the things that go with it, you can actually just get the power head, which they didn't have before. I think now that there's so many accessories out there, people are just going to upgrade that. But there is a string trimmer version, there is a pole saw version. So all of that is coming.
The end of this year.
End of this year.
Yep.
Moving on to, they also then are coming out with some dedicated tools for the edger and the string trimmers. And those are intended to be for professional users.
The Stubby delivers 0 to 3,000 RPM with up to 550 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque, allowing the removal of the most corroded and stubborn applications. Milwaukee's solution delivers on performance and size at only 2.2 pounds for the bare tool. Equipped with the Tri-LED work lights to illuminate your work area without the frustration of shadows. 4-mode drive control for greater precision and customization to your desired power output. It includes auto shutoff that applies no more than 15 foot-pounds of torque for hand-tight applications that prevent over-tightening when and forward. In reverse, bolt removal mode will slow down the RPM once the bolt is free to prevent bolts from flying around your work area. To change the modes, it is a single-handed operation. By shifting the forward-reverse shuttle into neutral and double-tapping the trigger, you will be able to change modes effortlessly.
So yeah, these are going to be huge. 3/8 half inch, 550 foot-pounds. So that is going up from 250. I think they're going to replace a lot of the 18 volt impacts.
And that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
A 12 volt tool. I mean, only 2 pounds and that much power, that's wild.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you'll still have like the high torques, but I mean, a lot of the smaller stuff is going to go away. And for most pneumatic stuff, it will be hard to beat like how little and light those are going to be.
So we had a lot of good announcements for the plumbing area.
Oh yeah.
This year. I guess to kick us off, what about that stick transfer pump?
Yeah, so I mean, we've had the M12 stick transfer pump, and it's been very, very popular. This one, M18 transfer pump, it's not coming till next year, so I mean, this would be good for us at the wet show. I mean, they're really going for just like power, so 25 gallons a minute, and then 1,000 gallons on a single M12 forge.
Let's jump over to the Ringer Roll Groover.
So was not expecting anything like this. We sold a lot of them, never thought we'd have a cordless one. This one is pretty sweet. So, and then it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, because you just dial in the size, you say whether it's a black pipe or stainless, and then you say what the schedule is, and then you just set it, and then you just hit go. They were saying that there would be another version coming later to do a little bit bigger pipe and do it faster, but up to 6-inch. So yeah, I mean, this one's pretty exciting.
Anybody's out in the field, I'd like to know what you think of something like that. I mean, is that worth the investment?
So we do have a lot of new inspection cameras, which I'm pretty excited about. They previously announced that they updated all the M18 ones and added HDR. So those are kind of like a little, you know, incremental upgrade, which I think will be very nice for those. But I'm pretty excited about the new M12 ones. So they're really kind of expanding into that smaller range, where you're not really bringing in a 200-foot reel. You're looking for something a little more compact that you can carry in, and they really have done some nice ththings here. I guess there's 3 models of these M12s. So the really compact one, they made a PACKOUT one, which is sweet, and it's a 75-footer all-in-one system. So it has a little monitor built in, 1.5 inch to 4-inch lines, 75 foot. I don't even know how it fits in there, because this thing is kind of teeny, and it fits in a PACKOUT, and like a half a PACKOUT at that, not even the full PACKOUT, with 7-inch screen. So the other 2 are a little bit larger, a very compact version of your kind of traditional inspection camera, where the monitor will be separate. These will work with your app, so you could like pull it up on your phone or do like a tablet, but you can also use the existing camera that they've already had, and then these will work. I think there's a 65 and 85. One is like a super flex, and one is just like a sort of regular flex. But yeah, these are going to be, again, smaller, kind of shorter runs.
So exciting new light additions are coming our way, some sooner than later. We got these first 2 that are supposed to be shipping out next month. It's the M18 magnetic extendable boom light.
Yeah, we did a video on that one.
Watch that video, click the link. You have about 2,500 lumens on that guy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. And the runtime on it was unbelievable. I mean, if I remember correctly, it was 10 hours on the low setting, and the low setting was plenty bright enough.
Other exciting ones, we got rechargeable low profile.
Profile.
So this one is super low profile, can fit in your pocket.
Like a cell phone.
Yeah, it's like the size of a cell phone, weighs about the same, although it has a lot more lumens than your cell phone. Tell me
the lumens is 500, sir.
It has magnets on it. It has a hook that you can take this apart and you can hang it on stuff. Now the battery for this guy is built in, so you just gotta charge it USB-C, and then it has different settings.
We got the M18 ROVER compact folding floodlight with USB charging, and we have another upgrade for the M18 ROVER clamping floodlight. I mean,
what's cool about that compact ROVER one is you can charge, so you're charging your M18 battery with the USB-C, so that's pretty sweet. And then it's 1,000, so I mean 1,000 lumens, and it's really small. I mean, it just folds down. I mean, they're really hitting kind of like all the different areas. And the clamp, that actually, in the pictures, it looks smaller. I mean, it's pretty functional. They've thought about a lot of different materials that they're going to clamp to.
Yeah, it's 2,000 lumens on the clamping floodlight.
So you go from, yeah, go from 1,000 to 2,000. Yep. And then you have that big boy.
Yeah, then you could jump up to the M18 ROVER dual power triple panel flood and area light. Get you 4,500 lumens.
I mean, that one's big, but still compact.
So now we have the system enhancements. We've got the M18 Brushless PACKOUT Fan. That is one of the enhancements. And then we have the M18 Brushless 18-inch fan.
Well, that one came out, yeah.
That one came out already, Nick, you idiot.
But the new M18 PACKOUT one.
PACKOUT fan, let's talk about that.
Is like you're talking about. What have they done? They've taken a fan and they've added a little thing on the bottom so it goes in your PACKOUT.
But seriously, like if you think about the lights in this fan, how sick would it be to have a fan and a light just sitting right next to each other on your PACKOUT stack? And now you got the radios too. We got an M12 option and an M18. The M18 is a Bluetooth Jobsite speaker, while the M12 is a Bluetooth speaker with PACKOUT.
And then you have a radio that will, as you're going up the stairs or whatever, it's locked in place, but it can play the whole time. So these will not do your AM and FM, but they have a lot of fancy features. So I'm sure the audio is delightful. The M18 version is not PACKOUT, but it does have a hook. So they were showing it on a work cart, and so both of these do the audio link, so you can put up to 100 together.
My thing is how far can Bluetooth reach?
So these
I feel like the radius of 100 of them wouldn't be, like they'd be too close to hit a Bluetooth connection.
But do they make like a mesh and then work to support each other? Or is it like
that
one guy
sweet. Just one guy holds all power.
One guy holds the power and he walks over here on this side of the job site.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and then he goes over there and then the other side.
Because if you get like a certain radius, you know, 100 speakers in that small, I mean, that'd be loud. So one thing that caught my eye here looking through this is the overhead rotary hammer.
So most of the integrated dust collection systems are separate. Everything we've seen up to this point is like an attachment. This unit, which is coming very soon, it's all kind of built in. Very lightweight, has like a little dust collection shroud on it, and then the actual dust collection motor is built into the tool, so you can't take them apart. This is one unit. You're gonna suck that dust no matter what you want. So really most effective overhead. You don't want that stuff falling in your face. Very much built for small anchoring, you know, and then collecting all the dust, and so that stuff's not getting in your face. They had a couple other smaller ones that just seem to be updates. M12 got an update. M18, just the standard one, also got an update.
And it's saying this overhead's actually due to ship next month. Okay, I think we hit everything. We got some giant packs here. Hopefully we didn't miss nothing. If we
probably missed a lot, but
okay, that's good.
And we're gonna link below. So we're
hunting down as much as we possibly can to get you information. And as soon as we can put things online for you to pre-purchase this, it will be there.
Any other questions you have, put below, because we could definitely like load a lot of the information there as well.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
If you have any other questions, leave us a comment or give us a call or send us an email or write us a letter. Whatever you prefer, just get a hold of us and we'll help you out. If you're looking for even more content from us, subscribe to our channel or check out one of these videos here. Thank you for watching. Now get back to work.